Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about the Great Reset in this video. We're going to talk about crypto. I'm going to list it as an XRP video so you all get the notifications. If you're new to the channel, on the weekend I change it up. I try to wake people up to what's coming. And that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. This is the world they're planning for us to live in. Are you all going to let it happen silently or resist and protest? This is Agenda 2030. It's the Great Reset. One world government, one world religion, one world currency. And the cryptocurrencies that we invest in are tied to this. And a lot of people keep trying to tell us to sell our XRP because it's evil. It's tied to the World Economic Forum. While they're sending out that tweet over an iPhone, which is also a partner of the World Economic Forum. There's so many companies throughout the world tied to this. It's unbelievable. But our cryptocurrency, our XRP that we hold, is our one shot of getting rich before all of this happens. The Industrial Revolution is over. Automation and AI are expected to take 40% of jobs in under a decade. That is why we need the need for a great reset. If they wanted us to be part of the future, they would have prepared us for it. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. John D. Rockefeller. Now, if you haven't heard about the Great Reset, you surely heard about the Fourth Industrial Revolution. We're in it right now. And we invest in it when we buy XRP, we buy XLM and these other ISO coins. But that's our one shot to get rich from it. Our lives can be much different in the future if you have money. $100,000 salary in New York City is worth only $36,000 after taxes and living expenses. How did we get to this point? You know, I know exactly how we got here. Inflation, the Fed printing tons and tons of money, our government recklessly spending that money, sending it right out of the U.S., sending it to countries like the Ukraine. While we take a look at our cities right now, crime is absolutely on the rise. Homeless population growing on a daily basis. And yet our government doesn't give a shit about any of that. They care more about going forward with the plans of the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset, because that's all part of it as well, including open borders. The Biden administration's war on crypto has begun, and it'll likely make the banking crisis worse. Now remember, I talked about Choke Point 2.0 in yesterday's video. The Biden administration and federal regulators appear to be using whatever means necessary to cut the cryptocurrency industry off from the banking services. Critical observers have dubbed this alleged effort Choke Point 2.0, after a similar push by the Obama administration to cut undesirable but legal industries off from the financial system. Now, I believe they want to cut crypto off from the current banking system because they know crypto is the only thing that can save it. XRP can save the current financial system. It can save the banking system with that on-demand liquidity. But I think they want the current system to fall apart because it's all part of the plan. World Economic Forum pushes for end of cash amid banking crisis. So there you have it. Like I said in yesterday's video, I believed all of this was happening right now because it's going with the World Economic Forum's plans. It's bringing about the Great Reset. And people still don't understand what the Great Reset is outside of crypto. You talk to them about it, and they have no idea what's coming. It's all part of the Great Reset agenda. Transfer deposits from regional banks to the big money center banks, hurting small businesses, raising the cost of capital. Fed comes in with their digital currency. Digital ID is right around the corner. And again, the Fed is definitely pushing for a CBDC. The Federal Reserve on Wednesday announced a July launch of its FedNow service, which will enable all U.S. banks to offer instant payments 24/7 and will constitute the infrastructure for a central bank digital currency. By linking each banking node directly to the Federal Reserve, according to financial experts. FedNow will enable all the banks, any bank in the United States, not just the big ones, to offer instant availability of funds and real-time payments to their customers, explained Fed Chair Jerome Powell before House Financial Services Committee on March 8th. But then, since then, some politicians said, no, we're not going to have this. You see Florida, they said they're not on board with a CBDC at all. Now other politicians are standing up as well. We need to get laws put in place before a CBDC ever goes live. You got to say no to this. Here's what's coming. Central bank digital currency, digital ID, climate passports, personal carbon rations, climate lockdowns, banning private cars. Only elite can afford me. It is a plan to control everything about your lives. Say no. Now, as far as personal carbon rations, I said that in multiple videos. I said that's how they're going to price us out of everything in the future, including your house. Think about it. Your house emits CO2. They're going to make you get industrial grade, machines to reduce your carbon. How do you afford that in the future, especially when inflation continues to rise? You're not going to be able to drive a car because you're going to need carbon offsets to do that. Everything is according to their plan. It's all part of what's coming. You need to say no while you still can. Leveraging AI can help give wildfire firefighters an upper hand, as well as improve risk assessment for banks, insurers, and utilities. Now, this is coming from the World Economic Forum as well. They want to use AI to fight wildfires, but they're pushing it as a climate change agenda project. Now, AI, in my opinion, can fix a lot of the world's problems. But when it starts to take jobs away from human beings, that's where I draw the line with it. Sure, allow humans to control the AI, not the AI controlling humans. And again, AI is part of the Great Reset as well, part of that fourth industrial revolution. But they've been going with this for quite a while now, and a lot of people were missing it early on. American genocide, monetizing the Great Reset. They've been doing it through our food, through our health. Fast food is the worst thing you can possibly eat in this country. So in an act of Olympian Darwinism, America has created its own doomsday machine. The wheels and gears of the machine include our healthcare system, our medical research system, the pharmaceutical industry, the processed food industry, big agriculture, the National Institutes of Health, and our U.S. Department of Agriculture, our financial services industry, and our entire political system. They all support and finance one another to promote addictive, disease-promoting food products, to create a sicker America, to treat Americans with drugs and health care that leads to a sicker America, to protect and defend one another through all legal, marketing, and political channels, and to benefit from huge growth and unearned profits. And it's been going on for a long period of time. Think about it. Remember when McDonald's had the dollar menu? I remember watching a documentary after 2008 and the financial collapse. I remember people sitting in their cars, living in their cars, and eating off the dollar menu at McDonald's. That food only makes you sicker, it requires you to end up on pharmaceuticals, and it enriches these massive corporations. The Great Reset has been happening for a long period of time. Great, the blind are leading the blind children. Parents should have had the right to a basic education themselves. Public school education is to blame, not the intelligence of all of us. Seeing kids coloring in grade school is infuriating. We were robbed. 34% have basic literacy levels. Half of U.S. adults can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. American high school students are reading books at 5th grade appropriate levels. They've been keeping people dumber over time as well through the education system. Think about it. They want a class of people that are going to go out and work a 40-hour work week at a job where anybody can learn how to do it. They don't want you educating yourself. They want you to be under their control. And it's not only in the school level, not through middle school and high school and elementary school, but it also goes into Ivy League schools as well. The World Economic Forum has actually been infiltrating our Ivy League colleges as well, because that's where the next, generation of leaders is going to come from. Some of you said in yesterday's video, we need younger politicians in Washington. But take a look at Canada. That Trudeau is pretty young, and he's a World Economic Forum puppet. He's running that country into the ground. So universities such as Stanford, MIT, Princeton, Yale, Berkeley, University of Pennsylvania, and University of Chicago are members. International college president memberships include Oxford, University of Cape Town, South Africa, top Chinese and European universities as well. There's a platform of 18 ideologies that these presidents are asked to support and disseminate through their campuses and society. These university leaders have been awarded special status within the World Economic Forum, are asked to sit on other councils, such as the Global Future Councils. So they're already prepping them to be the next generation of Klaus Schwabs. And that's why we are where we are at now. Over 1 million French protesters gather in Paris calling for the removal of Macron, the dictator. The people are done with the World Economic Forum tyranny. And you see that right there. That's coming to the U.S. eventually. People around here still don't understand that. They're still in the dark. Wait until their money is shut off. Wait until they can't go about their daily routine. That's when they'll hit the streets. That's when they'll finally start to wake up. Well, here we go with the plague. Fungus infection, Candida auris, alarming spread. So now you see this fungus that's spreading at an alarming rate. And some people said Fauci calls Wuhan lab to see if they can make him sure some of that gnarly zombie fungus from The Last of Us. Now, I just watched the whole season of The Last of Us, and when I seen this fungus talked about, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. But again, I believe this is also happening to keep you distracted. The same way they use UFOs. Now, all of a sudden, Trump getting arrested. You ever take notice, whenever something starts to fall apart, they change the narrative very fast. Banks collapse. Now all of a sudden, crypto hits the mainstream media news as being the worst investment you can ever make. But in my opinion, honestly, crypto is the best investment we can make at a time like this. We're investing in the fourth industrial revolution. We're investing in life-changing wealth that's about to come. Because crypto is not going to stop. It's here for the long term. I don't care what narrative they try to push. But while they're pushing narratives, you can't stay distracted. You got to keep your eye on the prize. You got to keep your eye on your investments. Because I'm telling you, in the future, if you can't afford carbon credits, you are screwed. You will be sitting at home doing nothing. While the rest of the world, the people that made money during this time, can afford carbon credits. They can go and travel. They can maybe move away from the country that they're being oppressed from. Like I keep seeing people say, if it gets any worse in the U.S., I'm out of here. I'm going somewhere else. And you know what? Honestly, I'm thinking the same thing in the future. Move to a country that's crypto friendly, a crypto hub. Maybe, see something different than this, because this is falling apart very fast. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. Tomorrow we'll get back to the XRP and Ripple news. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.